BBC Radio York.
20 minutes to 11. Now, let me confide in you. One of the absolute joys of working for the BBC is sometimes someone says, wander away on a lovely day in July and find some fascinating people to speak to. That is exactly what has happened on a perfect day like this. What better way to spend some time than taking a leisurely train journey, in fact, through some of North Yorkshire's most scenic areas. I'm not quite sure that Pegga is going to have time to take the journey herself this morning, but she's at the North York Moors Railway live for us right now. Good morning.
Morning, Jonathan. Well, I'll tell you what, I may not earn as much as Gary Lineker, but this is not a bad way to earn a living, I can tell you. Been chasing a peacock this morning. Now I'm at the North Yorks Railway, and it's so fabulous in this station here at Pickering. It's like wandering back in time. I'm with Peter. Pete, you're one of the volunteers here. You are dressed in the garb, ready to be the officious station manager this morning.
Catering manager.
Oh, you're catering manager, but you volunteer on the trains, don't you?
Yes, 5 years I've been a volunteer. Yep.
What is it about them that keeps you volunteering here?
They're just a happy family. If you're not a people person, you don't want to be doing it because you've got meeting all types of people, from your well-to-do to your, more unfortunate. So you've got to have a happy smile.
You've certainly got that, because I tell you, you've got a wicked sense of humour. You've also got one of the best tashes I've seen for a long time, mate.
Well, Professor Griswold, with your hair coming from Harry Potter land, I mean, what can I expect?
What can you expect? I mean, one of the other things that must be fabulous about this is you travelled through some of the most stunning scenery in the whole of England.
We do, I agree. Just a little story. 2 years ago, I was steward on the Pullman. We had a gentleman on his own for a lunch, and all he did was complain that there was nothing to see. It was boring. I thought, where have you come from? It's God's country. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Nothing to see. It's boring. Now, I wish the lady who's with me hadn't heard those words, because Kelsey, you're here on holiday from Canada, aren't you?
I am, yes.
You've come from Ontario?
Yes, Woodstock.
Yeah, so this is your first trip to England. You haven't been on this railway yet. Are you looking forward to being on a steam engine railway?
Absolutely. We don't have anything like that around my area.
Does it all feel very old here?
Yes, everything is. Compared to Canada, yes. Yeah.
So what do you think so far of the English countryside that you've seen?
It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love driving through it.
Yeah, you went to Lincoln, didn't you? Tell us about Lincoln.
Lincoln was beautiful. It was old.
It was old. It was old and beautiful. Have you been told anything about what goes on here and about the Harry Potter connections and things?
No, actually, I heard you talking about it, and I said, what's to do with Harry Potter?
Yeah. So you're going to feel like you're in a period drama when you get on the train, because the engine's not with the train at the moment, but the steam engine is going to come up. The steam engine is literally going to toot the steam out of it. But you can see that the train itself is looking really old-fashioned.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful, though.
Yeah. So I wish we could speak to you afterwards when you've been wowed by our amazing countryside here in North Yorkshire.
I can't wait.
Yeah, take loads of photos, send them to your friends back in Canada, and just go and tell them. We call it God's own country. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so that's what we call it in Yorkshire. We call it God's own country. We say that this is the centre of the universe, don't we, Pete?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nothing can beat it.
Yeah, you see, he said that, Kelsey, with absolutely no hint of irony. No, we don't have any irony when we say that. No. So.
And when the volunteers come and join us, they understand what we're saying, that they don't want to leave it. I mean, I come from Hull every day, so that's a 90-mile round trip. If I could live here, I'd live here. It's just fantastic. And
Pickering's such a gorgeous little town, isn't it?
I haven't been yet.
Oh, you're in Pickering now? Oh, no, that's all right. No, that's all right, Kelsey, don't worry. You're in Pickering now. The little town around, pretty?
Yeah,
what you imagined England would be like?
It is.
Oh, it is. So we need to get you a cream tea, a cup of tea, because, of course, that makes everything right when you're in England. Please boast about how wonderful Yorkshire is when you go back to Canada. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Pete, you better go and get your catering sorted, because Kelsey needs a cup of tea on the train.
Yes. I'll go and get it sorted now.
Yeah, come on, quick sticks, quick sticks.
I'm going now. Run.
Go.
Okay, bye.
Go. He needs to go, because Kelsey's thirsty. She needs to have a proper English cup of tea. I tell you what a way to spend a gorgeous summer day, Jonathan.
You lucky woman, even though you're not paid the same as Gary Lineker. But, life has its own rewards.